right, cool. You know how we do it, J Bachelor Hip Hop Weekly, always keeping you in tune with the hottest, latest, and greatest in the culture. We're talking music, we're talking beats, rhymes, and life. That's how we do it. Don't matter if you're mainstream, underground, already known, or need to be known. And with that said, man, welcome. We really appreciate you coming and chopping it up with us on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Plenty of questions for you. But before I hop into my questions, man, kind of introduce yourself to our online family.
Man, Krys Jaxon, you know what I'm saying, from Willis, Texas, Really, Willis is small, man, but it's real big. It's a lot that go on, you feel me? But, it's split up between the railroad. You got the west side of Willis, the east side of Willis, It's one from the west side, they call it the hill, dead end, you know what I'm saying?
So, growing up in Willis, Texas, when you think of major Texas cities, in San Antonio, Dallas, of course, Houston and Austin, tell me about how hip-hop impacts a kid from Willis, Texas.
Really, man, to be real, growing up, just being in the hood, there's so many people that do music. So, my first influences early on was the people that, the neighborhood kids that I looked up to.
The local.
Exactly.
So Willis has its own local hip-hop scene, so to speak, for people that are trying to make music.
First couple people I was listening to, man, was a dude named Quarterboy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Quarterboy.
He's from
Willis?
Right.
Yeah, Willis, Conroe area. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Easy.
So is he a guy that if you were to go to Willis or Conroe, Texas, and say his name, people from the area would know?
Oh, yeah.
So they had their own stars in their own right.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us about him and what made his music special.
Man, just being able to connect with him on a daily, seeing him out there, you know what I'm saying? Being able to, walk up to him, and that was special to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude making music, I'm listening to it, you know what I'm saying? That was just crazy. So that was my, influences and inspiration early on, you know what I'm saying?
But there's yet to have been a wow, you gotta salute the guys because without a guy like Quarterboy,
yeah,
there is no next generation from that city. So he kind of opened that lane and showed people, hey, you can be from a small town, you can be from Conroe, Willis area, make a name for yourself. He paved that lane, but then there hasn't been a guy to go mainstream with it yet.
Right. And I mean, when you talk about that, I mean, my influences was, straight from Houston, you know what I'm saying? Power Wild, Chameleon. To this day, Chameleon is still one of my favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying?
What was it about Chameleon?
Just the way he just carried himself as a whole, you know what I'm saying? His music, you know what I'm saying, his grind. And with the Houston artists, you could see them live and directly. You walk Greenspoint Mall, you see Slim Thug coming down, you know what I'm saying? And being able to chop it up with them. I still remember one of the first albums I bought, and that was T2.
Okay.
The album was called My Turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the time, man, I got it on bootleg, but I still paid that money, you know what I'm saying? So, just the Houston artists, you know what I'm saying? And then just growing up, my uncle jamming Phil Collins, you know what I'm saying? Rod Stewart, you know what I'm saying? My mama jamming the Temptations. So music in general, you know what I'm saying? Just had a love for it.
So it wasn't just hip hop. You were a lover of just good music, whether it was hip hop, old R&B, alternative. You were just a fan of music, period. So when did you go from being a fan of music to saying, hey, I want to take a shot at creating my own music?
Man, really, I think I discovered that I could make my words rhyme. I wrote a poem in like the 6th grade, 7th grade, and you know what I'm saying, I had a teacher point it out to me, and it was just, I guess, you know what I'm saying, and then just beating on the, cafeteria tables, boys freestyling before we get to class, and then, I think I probably started recording my first songs in probably the 8th grade, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was 13, 14.
So you were kind of learning and trying to figure out, your own style, because at that age, a lot of your stuff is going to sound like the guys you listen to.
Exactly.
At what point did you realize, okay, now I've developed my own voice, my own sound, and my own style?
I feel like I probably was 19, 20. I feel like I always had the talent to make words rhyme, but I wasn't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't talking about nothing at all. I just had the gift.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like I'm at the point to where I'm comfortable with my style. I'm comfortable with doing the music. I'm confident in myself. I wasn't confident at first. You know what I'm saying? I had a bunch of people telling me like, man, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing. But it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel it here. You feel me?
Because 100 people can tell you you don't.
Yeah.
But if the most important person doesn't believe you don't, which is you, it won't go anywhere, right? But suddenly something clicked and you were like, hey, I can actually do this. I can entertain people. I can connect with people.
Yeah.
Right.
And just making, you know what I'm saying, making music with my next door neighbors, you know what I'm saying? And see, I'm one of them type of people to be real, like, I got so many people around me, from the barbershop to my uncles, my aunties. I can find inspiration from anything.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff I talk about, people be like, oh, he ain't necessarily about that, man. I'm not talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I paint these pictures for the people that's close to me.
And you're speaking for people who may not have that talent.
Right.
Okay.
And they love hearing it from me.
Right.
I feel like that's a way of me showing my appreciation to them. You know what I'm saying?
Sharing their stories.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Very
So,
cool.
you know what I'm saying? And just you know, putting a little bit of what I done been through, you know, in my music too at the same time. This situation right now, I can find inspiration from it. As soon as I leave, I'll probably put a beat on riding down the freeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm
So
one of them.
You really draw from life.
Yeah.
You know, and the experiences, your own experiences and experiences that others have gone through. Okay, I understand that. Have you ever done the group thing, or have you always been a solo type of artist?
I did the group thing, you know, junior high school. You know what I mean? Didn't really work out. You know, just certain situations just didn't work out.
Right.
Ended up trying it again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could have been further on in my career had I not been, you know, because I'm one of them people, I put others before myself. That's just how I was taught. That's how I was raised. You know what I mean? So just trying to see everybody else happy, see everybody else shine before me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have the talent to do it. You know what I mean? I know that. So I feel like if I would have just focused on me a little bit more, I would have been, you know, further on in my career.
Well, that's something, I mean, at least you learned the lesson.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Right.
So you still have time to kind of navigate through this hip-hop thing. Speaking of which, tell me about your experiences as an underground artist, a new artist in a city like Houston, where there's so many people trying to get on right now.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, I just feel like, you know, I'm just gonna stay in my lane, man. I'm just gonna do what I do. You know what I mean? I feel like it's so much of every kind of music. I don't need to do what he doing or what he doing. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do me. If I like what he do, hey, let's do a collab. Let's do a feature. I'm not finna tie into what he got going on. You know, more power to him. You feel me? You know, do you feel like people are willing to work together in Houston between the underground artists? You feel like there's a lot of unity going on? Right. I was taught, you know, at an early age, if nobody see you doing something for yourself, they not gonna want to help you.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Right.
So, you know, when people see you on the scene, you grinding, you know, you shaking hands, you networking, that opened the door for them to say, hey man, I see him, he trying to do something, he's serious. Let's go, you know what I'm saying, let's work.
Right.
And I think for the most part, if people see you serious about what you're doing and you believe in what you're doing, they're gonna believe in it too. You know what I'm saying? And Houston, one of them places, man, you got 1,000,001 hustles, 1,000,001 grinds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody trying to get their foot in something and get something going. Right. And you can do it. You know what I mean? You rub the right shoulders, shake the right hands, you can pop. You know what I mean?
I wanna give our audience a chance to kind of jump into your music. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is say, give me 3 songs of yours that are available online right now. They can check out and tell me what makes each of those songs special.
Okay. Right now, I probably got a single out. It's called 2. Featuring my homie, Mr. Wired Up. Go DJ Mr. Wired Up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. And a quick story about Mr. Wired Up, man. I think I met Mr. Wired Up probably in I want to say 2007.
Okay.
And I had a family member that did music and you know, just being in the city, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing this little dude running around, backpack, you know what I'm saying? Just getting to it. Everywhere I see him, he got the backpack, CDs, you know what I'm saying? So we always kept in contact, you know what I'm saying? He always, hey man, anything you need, you know, holler at me, you know, whatever the case may be. And 2007 up until this point, you know what I'm saying, it's always been nothing but support and love. And you know what I'm saying, anytime I send him something, hey, we knock it out, we get it done. And You know, he spin my records. You know what I'm saying? He spin my records.
That's important.
Yeah,
That's I mean, that's networking, and that's that unity thing we're talking about. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
The song is called
Two.
Okay,
I got a song. It's called Rolly. I just leaked.
Okay.
Featuring Mr. Wired Up.
Okay.
Man, I'm just working, man. I got the project dropping this month. At the end of this month.
Tell us about the project, cause it's dropping in April.
Yeah, dropping at the end of April. It's called Access Granted.
Okay.
And basically what I'm trying to do on Access Granted is gain access on the music scene in Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Break through that barrier.
Break through that barrier. You know what I'm saying? And I got another project dropping at probably 3-4 months. It's called Entry Level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I named it Entry Level is because everybody got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And most people start at the bottom, like myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? Just leaking signals, man. I'm just gonna keep dropping.
You got a project lined up for the end of April, but then you got something already planned for.
Yeah.
So is that project, the second one, finished already?
That's gonna be an EP.
It's gonna be an EP.
Online only.
Is online only?
Yeah.
Is it already complete, or are you still?
Oh yeah, man. I'm working on my third project right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just like to stay ahead of ahead of myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just always working. I got a couple videos I'm about to drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get busy, man.
How often are you writing? How often are you recording new music?
I work 2 jobs, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. While
You
I'm,
gotta carve that time.
I got to. I'm at work, headphones in, listening to beats, writing in my head. You know what I'm saying? Writing in the the voice memo.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm always, you know what I'm saying. I work an overnight job, so I'm working a little bit. I got a pad right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm working pad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always writing. I probably hit the studio probably twice out the month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Go in there and put in work
Yeah.
and take the rhymes you've written.
Mm-hmm.
Early on, you talked about people believing in you before you had that confidence within yourself.
Right.
What do you want to tell those people that believed in you before even you saw it? If you can tell them anything.
Man, just thank you, man. Just always been there, supporting me, my moral support. You know what I'm saying? Inspired me. You know, just motivate me just to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real hard. It get real tough. You know, with funding your own career. You know what I'm saying? You working on your own. You know what I'm saying? So.
You got real life issues.
Oh yeah, real life issues
going on.
Yeah, I got kids. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to create it's almost a third job. So you got the 2 gigs, you got this, but you've also got the support. So that kind of helps keep you going. Right?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Without my mom, you know what I'm saying? My mama, shout out to my mama, man. She done did so much for me, bro. So, and believe it or not, man, I actually got an uncle in Houston. He actually had the record label Paid in Full. Started it with Mad Hatter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he was one of the first people that signed Comedian and Paul Wall.
Oh,
so
really?
So that situation hit so close to home. That's why Comedian and Paul Wall my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because had them, you know what I'm saying? So just being able to see that live and directly, I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? I just drew to it and just.
So the music business kind of runs in the family.
Yeah, in a sense.
And you had the benefit of knowing or being related to somebody that at one time worked with 2 iconic Houston rappers.
Right.
So that has to make it feel more real for you, and it has to make the goal feel more attainable.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Man, good stuff. Hey, before I let you go, bro, I want you to hit us with your social media, your Twitter, your IG, so we can know how to keep up with you online. Social media
at Krys Jaxon. Add me on Twitter, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? SoundCloud. Anybody trying to work with me, let's go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
So that's how we do it. From Willis to Conroe to Houston, Texas. Jay Bachelor, Hip Hop Weekly Magazine, Krys Jaxon. We out.